I don't know what's going on. We have to investigate it. Author Suzanne Jefferies brings her A game in a non-stop, lighthearted roller coaster about awkward moments and serious miscommunication. The South African author's contemporary romance novel might just be what the doctor ordered. She joins me in studio to speak about her newly released book, The Joy of Comfort Eating. Suzanne, good morning. Thank you very much for joining me. It's not released yet. It will be released. It's got the formal launch coming up now.
That's right. The formal launch is next week, Tuesday at Scoops. It's at 6 o'clock in the evening. It is available on Amazon, but this is the hard copy launch and the South African launch. So it's had an international pre-release, and now we're looking at the South African launch.
Okay, so let's clue our viewers into, very quickly, for the benefit of our viewers, give us a short synopsis.
Basically about my heroine, Charlie Everson, and she is your every woman. So nothing goes right. It's a bit of that chicklet feel, but she's not clumsy or anything like that. She's just your normal person. She seeks refuge in food, and she's pretty sure, she's not entirely sure, but it looks like her new CEO is her old boyfriend. And it turns out it is. And it's about their love story. It's a romance novel.
Yeah, but there's a cute little chemistry, and I didn't expect to enjoy the book, by the way. I don't think you had a almost 40-plus-year-old black man in mind when you wrote this book.
I did. Why not? Why not?
But this book is incredibly funny, and you have found a formula here between the chemistry between Brian and Charlie that I struggle to put the book down. It's really fast-paced. It's clever. Talk to me about that chemistry between Brian and Charlie.
Well, you know what it is about chemistry is when you have chemistry, you can't replicate it. It's not something you can put in a bottle. I mean, I think that is obviously what a lot of people do try to do. But when it's there, it's there. And when it's there, it's that easygoingness. It's that familiarity, the jokes, the patter. And these were two very smart people. I mean, he's a CEO, she's in communications, which would assume she'd mean she's good at communicating. So they're about the language. She's horrific at it, which is, of course, not to say that all communications people are, but certainly it's her Achilles heel. So they've got that wonderful chemistry together, and most of it's through words.
Yeah. And then there's the other thing that I think you've created a character that a lot of people can relate with. Like she knows that she can be in better shape. She calls herself fat when she gets dressed, when she chooses the outfit that she describes as wrong, which I thought was very, very funny. But you've created a relatable character, and I just want to say this: you're not a romance writer.
No, I'm more comfortable in paranormal, darker, edgy kind of writing, and certainly some books that are coming up, they're paranormal erotica, and it's all that dark and dingy. But this one particularly, I wrote this book first many years ago, and it was, at the time, it was something that really bothered me, is the fact that everything is about, you have to be really, really, you have to be a Hyde Park woman. So it's all super thin, super blonde, super stretched out. And I was like, well, that's not me. And never has been me, and I'm always just a little squidgy around the edges, and I know that that's every woman on the planet pretty much has some sort of issue with it. So I thought, well, my heroine can have this issue too.
Do you believe in happily ever after?
In fiction, I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think in romances particularly. Do I believe in it necessarily in real life? Not sure. I don't know, maybe, who knows.
How did you come up with this title? Because I think it's absolutely brilliant. The Joy of Comfort Eating.
Well, I think it's a mildly ironic title, because comfort eating always suggests you're going to feel better afterwards. It has this wonderful warm...
It's an addiction, it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. You feel worse. So it's like, well, I'm just going to have that dairy milk, and I'm just going to have this chocolate cake, and I'm going to feel great afterwards, and I'm going to squash all those feelings down. And then afterwards, like, I shouldn't have eaten that cake, shouldn't have that chocolate. Tomorrow morning, I'm not going to eat breakfast, I'm not going to have lunch, I'm just going to have salad. And then somebody comes around, oh, look, it's somebody's birthday at the office. Well, I'm just going to have maybe half a slice, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's the joy of it's, and the idea here is it's her past boyfriend. Yeah. So past boyfriends, you see them and you're like, oh gosh, why did we ever break up? And
then it depends. There's some, for some past boyfriends, there's a pretty good reason.
Oh yeah, and then you're like, please, just pretend. Why are we leaving Checkers? Because I saw him on the other side of the aisle. But in this case, she sees him and it's like, oh, let me oh, it's wonderful to see him again. It'll be wonderful to sort of, indulge myself on this man again. But of course, there were reasons they broke up in the first place.
I think it's funny, and I'm not going to give away the reason, but I think it's funny that they both think they broke up for the exact same reason.
Yeah. And actually, they're both wrong. So, yeah, but isn't that the case? As hindsight, they say is 20/20, but I'm not entirely sure it is. Just looking at things about how you store memories is your memory of a memory. So they've both chosen completely incorrect ones, and not the correct.
We've run out of time. It's called The Joy of Comfort Eating. It looks like this. You can pre-order it for now. The hard edition will be released on Wednesday next week. Go and find the details. It's author Suzanne Jefferies' new book, The Joy of Comfort Eating. It's incredibly funny. I am enjoying it at the moment. It's a lighthearted read, but who knows? Suzanne talked about there might be a sequel to it. We might find another book. Am I putting you on the spot?
No, not at all.
Oh, so you're gonna give us another version?
Oh, I've actually got her sister's version and his sister's version as well. So I do have 3 books in that series.
I guarantee you, this is something our producer Amanda would like. She doesn't like rugby. She does.
Fabulous. Let's go for cocktails.
She hasn't been liking a lot of stuff, but she's gonna like this book. It's called The Joy of Comfort Eating. We take an ad break. Okay, anyway.